So first question, my name is Mike Colyer. I'm the CEO for Foundry Digital. How many folks out there are currently mining today? Raise your hand. Okay, how many people want to be mining today? All right. How many people just need a place to sit down because the main stage was full? No? A couple? All right. I really appreciate everyone coming in today and everybody with the live stream. We're here to talk about mining and the institutionalization of mining. And it's just that the last 12 months have been an amazing journey. If you think back, literally this time last year, we just exited the halving. Bitcoin price was like 9,500. Nobody wanted to be in the mining business. Flash forward 12 months, we have dozens of publicly traded companies that are worth multi-billion dollars. You can't get your hands on equipment. How the world has changed. Just like that, overnight. So I want to walk you through our story and some of the things we've been doing in the space, and I'll give you a little background on myself. I started about 4 years ago. Actually, it was June of 2017, and went down the Bitcoin rabbit hole and fell in love with it. Really felt like it was the future. It reminded me of the start of the internet. So I was in college when Netscape came out, and when I started reading about blockchain technology, just realized that this was kind of the next big technological change. And it doesn't happen very often in a lifetime, so I decided to go all in. And I've spent the last 4 years of my life dedicated to the mining space. I really felt like building out that part of the infrastructure was going to be critical, and it was going to help secure the network. So what I tell you is, if you're interested in Bitcoin, if you're interested in mining, follow your passion, follow your dreams, don't give up. It's a long, difficult, arduous trip, but don't give up. So when I first started back in 17, I had a chance to work at a small company. We had 1 megawatt worth of mining. We grew that to like 3 megawatts. It seemed like this giant ordeal at the time. And then I knew the guys that started Core Scientific, and I joined them. And then about 18 months ago, got a phone call from Barry Silbert, who's the founder of the Digital Currency Group, and he said, "Hey, I want to launch a mining company called Foundry. I want you to lead it." And his view was institutional players were coming into the Bitcoin space, and they were going to come into the Bitcoin mining space, and we needed a strong company to help usher them into the ecosystem. Because the Bitcoin mining, it's kind of like the wild, wild west. Like, it's really hard to know who to trust, who not to trust. You hear lots of crazy stories. I'm sure everybody here has got cheap power, and it's trying to figure out like what's real and what's not real, and it's difficult to navigate that. So with Foundry, people say, "Is the institutional money coming?" And I'll say the institutional money has arrived in the mining space. We've deployed $260 million in the last 12 months into North American mining, either for our own machines or for equipment financing for others. So a year ago, we looked around, and the miners, they were not well capitalized. They needed to upgrade their equipment. We had to get to the front of the line, so we started buying machines, and we bought a lot of them. And we helped the North American mining space get to the front of the line with the Chinese manufacturers. Bitmain, MicroBT have been fantastic partners for us. We've got great relationships with them, and we've really wanted to support the entire ecosystem in North America. One of our key goals was to kill this idea that China controls mining. So if you know anything about mining, you know that's not really true, and you really can't control it. But a lot of people that are new to Bitcoin, they don't invest because they think China controls it. So what we really want to do is rebalance the hash power around the world. And I'll tell you, the last 12 months, we've made huge strides. At this point, we've easily doubled the amount of hash power in North America, and I think it's going to double again over the next 12 months. So we've done that by buying the machines, by working with host partners around North America. So we've got our equipment spread out to 20 plus locations throughout North America, really trying to support those miners that are building out the facilities. And then we provided equipment financing to many, many players. We're obviously focused on the institutional space, so we support a lot of the publicly traded miners, we support a lot of the large-scale miners with our financing, and we've helped them get the equipment and get it installed quickly. The other aspect of our business is our advisory services. So if you want to get involved in mining, we've built out an amazing team that can help walk you through the process of how to mine in North America. Well, the third piece that we've done that we're really excited about is we've launched a North American mining pool. So the Chinese have got a monopoly on the pool layer within Bitcoin mining. And we've worked really hard to get a North American-based pool. We're now in the top 10, which has never been done before. Yeah, thank you. I think it's something you're going to start reading about more and more over the coming months, right? So we've been really focused on executing. We don't spend a lot of time talking about what we're doing. We're just working. We're making it happen. And the Bitcoin mining pool is a huge step in the right direction for securing the overall Bitcoin network. And it's really an important part of the future for Bitcoin. So what we've been able to do is we focused on the institutional investors, we've focused on the publicly traded miners, we've given them a platform that they can trust, that's transparent. We've provided FPPS payouts, so we're guaranteeing the payouts to the miners, as well as we've offered no fees, right? So we've done everything we can to make sure we've got a competitive product out there that gives these institutional-sized miners what they need to be a publicly traded company. So super exciting. We're seeing an amazing growth on that front. I think we're number 7 now in the world, and every once in a while we kind of pop up into the top 5. That's our goal. Our goal is to get into the top 5 and be one of the world's recognized pool providers out there for miners. So let's talk about, there's the other half of our business, by the way, is staking. So I know it's not a great thing to talk about at this conference, but half our team is focused on proof of stake. And we stake on 20 different protocols, including the Stack protocol, which we're excited about, kind of bringing layer 2 to the Bitcoin network. Another popular topic everyone wants to talk about is energy and the use of energy. A few thoughts on this. Don't get sucked into the energy FUD. There's a lot of people out there that don't want you buying Bitcoin right now, so they're trying to make you nervous about buying that Bitcoin so they can buy their own. Energy is what provides the security to the Bitcoin network, right? Proof of work, that's what it's all about. The Bitcoin algorithm is ruthless in its drive for the lowest cost. So you've got miners all over the world that are naturally incentivized to go find the lowest cost energy. Lowest cost energy is renewable energy. So Bitcoin mining will end up being the bridge to a renewable energy future. It's just a matter of time. Probably 4 or 5 years out from now, most of Bitcoin mining will be done with renewable energy. And what we're starting to see right now is the energy companies are waking up to this. They're starting to notice, they're starting to run pilots. They're starting to realize that if they mix Bitcoin mining with their new energy development projects, they can pay back much faster. Our prediction is, let me pause for a second. If you go back 4 years, if you had $1 million, you were a big Bitcoin miner. Like if you bought $1 million worth of equipment, you were a big Bitcoin miner. Today, people are deploying $20 to $40 million at a time buying equipment. My prediction is the next wave, the next 4 years, it's going to be the energy companies. And they're going to deploy hundreds of millions of dollars for Bitcoin miners to mix with their energy products. It's going to scale in a way that we just cannot even imagine. It's super exciting. So anytime I hear somebody say, am I too late? Am I too late to the mining space? Am I too late to Bitcoin? You're not too late. We're still in the very, very early stages of what's to come. One of the other things I want to mention, we've built an amazing team at Foundry. We're up to over 35 employees. We're creating jobs in the blockchain space. So if you're interested in getting into mining, if you want to do it full time, reach out to us. We're looking to double our team over the next 6 months. There is so much opportunity out there. It's unbelievable. So I'm super excited about what has transpired over the last 12 months. Very proud to be part of making that transition. Proud to bring more hash rate into North America. Proud to kill the narrative that China controls the mining space. And it's been a heck of a ride. I wanted to give you guys a few minutes to ask questions. So you don't get a lot of chance to interact, especially considering we've been behind Zoom screens for the last 18 months. I'd love to take any questions that are out there. We got a couple mics. Yeah. I don't have a mic. It's right here.
First of all, thank you so much for coming out here and talking to us.
Absolutely.
So, for someone that operates a mid-sized mine, what's your advice for staying competitive and relevant in this space when, like you said, $1 million 4 years ago, you were at the top, but now, you need 20, 30, 40 million dollars, and it's really difficult to get hardware into today's world, right, versus 12 months ago.
Yeah, so one of the things with mining, if you've got a facility built and you've got machines, you can make money, right? The hardest part is you got to bet counter-cyclical, right? Like 6 months ago was the time to be buying machines. It's really tough to get machines today. But what I would say is, I find the Bitcoin mining community to be incredibly collaborative. Like, I feel like we're all in it together. We're not really competing against each other. We're trying to secure the Bitcoin network. So the best thing you can do is network with other miners and build those connections. And then when everybody else is getting nervous, it might be a good time to buy the machines, right? So we're going to go through these phases. And everyone, like right now, the Bitcoin price is down. Everyone's like, oh, Bitcoin's bad. Now's probably the best time to secure equipment, right now. Because if you wait and Bitcoin runs back to 60,000, there's no way you're ever going to get equipment. But don't hesitate to reach out to us. We can help. We're connected to lots of folks in the space.
Thank you.
Yeah, other questions?
Hi, yeah, thank you so much for talking to me just now, talking to all of us. I was just wondering, you were talking about killing the idea that China controls all of the mining. With kind of the Chinese government's recent crackdowns on mining, what do you think that means for mining as a whole and in North America? And also, side question is, how can we reach out for advisory services?
Yeah, so on the advisory service, go to our website and you can fill out the form, and we've got a whole team that will connect with you. In terms of the China piece, China is cracking down on mining because I think it got a little out of hand in certain areas. I think they are concerned up in the coal region, but they're not going to ban mining outright. So we are seeing some folks in China that want to diversify their portfolio, move it around the world, and bring it to the United States, and they got to learn kind of how to navigate the U.S. or the Canadian environment. But North America is a great place to mine. We've got cheap power, we've got installed infrastructure, we've got good legal frameworks around it. So it makes it a really solid place. It's just no different than if I was going to go mine in Kazakhstan, I don't know anything about it, right? Like, I don't know where to start. It's how the Chinese are trying to figure out how to come here and diversify their portfolio. And we've done the same with our portfolio, by the way. We've opened up our business in the Nordic countries right now, so we can do business in Iceland, Norway, and Sweden, where we think there's a lot of opportunity for mining to grow in that direction. You know, one other question that I wanted to handle was the futures around immersion mining. So as you guys have a small facility, you may want to start thinking about moving in that direction. Okay? All right, thank you very much. It was great to talk to everybody.